The effects of an electric current. What is an effect? What is the effect of not studying? What is the effect of not writing your schoolwork? If you don't write your schoolwork, you'll fail. So when we talk about the effect, we talk about the results, the end product of the electric current. In grade 8, we learn about this so that we understand what does current give us. So first effect of electric current is that electric current can heat up a resistant wire. As in the previous video, I talked about that electrons, when they are moving, they move out of the cell which they are stored as chemical potential energy. So those charges that are stored there, once you connect the circuits, they will start moving along the conducting wire. As they move along the conducting wire, they will reach the light bulb. Inside the light bulb, there is a part called a filament. This filament is a thin wire like a thread. I have an example of a thread. A thin wire like a thread. A thread like this one. This one is not open. Let me try to open it. I want to show you a thin wire. A thin wire like a thread. It fell. A thin wire like a thread. So as it is like a thin wire, this is a thread that I have. A thread. It is white in color. This thin wire like a thread is the one that it's like the size of the filament inside the conducting wire. Inside, not the conducting wire, inside the light bulb. So in the light bulb, that filament is made of a tungsten wire. When electric current reaches there, is converted. To convert is to change. It is converted to light and heat. Actually, it is converted to heat. It becomes hot until it is white hot, until it gives us the white color, so that white light be given off. Because electrons are rubbing against each other, are crashing against each other, just like when I explained that, let's take you are sitting in your classroom enjoying, and all of a sudden they say that there is a snake or there's a lion. What are you gonna do? All of you run for the door. When you reach the door, you will push against each other, hit against each other in the door, because you want to come out. You don't want to be killed by the lion. But I'm not saying that electrons are being chased by lions. No. But they are moving. As they are moving to their destiny, they reach a stage where the space for their journey is too thin, too small for them to pass through. So the filament, which is made of the tungsten, is so thin that the electrons does not have space to pass through. So they squeeze against each other. Another thing, the filament inside the light bulb, it's twisted like coiled. It's a zigzag, like it's like this, up and down, up and down, up and down. And as it goes up and down, it's twisting around like a coiled, like a coil. It is coiled. So as it is coiled, it also means that it is too long. So the journey of electrons inside the light bulb is very long, coiled, and very thin. There's no space. So they are hitting against each other. They are pushing against each other because they want to have space. So as they are pushing against each other, we say there is high resistance inside the light bulb. As they are doing that, they rub against each other. And when they rub against each other, they are doing what you call a friction, and they are generating a heat. So as they're generating a heat, they're rubbing against each other until they become hot. The filament will become white hot, and it will produce light. So that is what is happening inside the light bulb. So when we say that the light bulb is producing the effect that comes from, that is the result of the movement of light, that prove that there is light, there is electric current that is flowing in it, there is electric energy. So, and also take into consideration the names that we call electricity, electric current, electrons. When you learned about electrons, you understood electrons. Electric charge, you understood what an electric charge is. Electricity, you understand now that what is electricity. Electric current, you understand where do we mention that this is electric current. You understand? Each and every term has got its own name in its own space. Don't just say electric current, electric energy, electric. Each and every name has got its own space where it's called electric current. You can't call the light in the light bulb and says electric current. No, you'll get it wrong. Okay, so those are the effects of electric current, the first effect of electric current. So in this first effect of electric current, you must also look at the things that are using current as the effect of electric current as heat. We have the stove, we have the iron, we have the heater. What else does use it in your house? What else that when you use it, you connect it, produce heat? That one also shows us that it's the effect of an electric current which causes a conducting wire, a resistant wire, to be heat and produce heat energy. So be very, very careful in mixing up this. Just understand that you can be a scientist. Learn and master science. Don't listen to those who failed science because they didn't have that teacher who will explain to them that what these terms are all about. So you know that an electric charge is what? Is the positive and a negatively charged particle. It's an electric charge. And you know that what is an electric spark. You learned it in static electricity. So when what is moving there is that electric charge, that is an electron. Those are the electrons which have been converted. So they produce an effect at the end of their journey. They are changed the names when they reach a space in the components of the circuit. If you want to look properly, if you are living next to a power station, want you to observe the power station, you look at it, the way we draw our circuits, you observe it very accurately, you will see that that is a main circuit of our community. And the effects of current is happening around the houses. You will see the lights are being on to show the effects of electric current, which heat up a resistant wire. So we're going to see the next effect in the next video. The next effect I will explain to you later. So please, my child, study, listen to this video and observe the terms that you are listening and write them down and master them. You will be a scientist and will pass.